guys, setbacks, comeback, resilience. If you guys ever feel like life just keep throwing you curveball, like it just keep giving you the ass whooping, well, you're not alone. I have been there flat on my back asking, why me? But then I discover something. Resilience isn't something you are born with, it is built layer by layer, like armor, forged in fire. Guys, my name is Emmett Glassprinter, and welcome to our Curveball and Comeback episode. Okay, today we are going to turn life setbacks into our strongest comeback. Today's episode is all about building resilience in the face of life's unexpected chaos. Whether you are dealing with job loss, a health scare, a relationship breakdown, or just that overwhelming feeling of what now? I got you. So grab yourself some coffee, plug in your headphone. Let's build your bounce back muscle. First, let's start with the beginning. What is what is resilience really? We hear it talk about all the time, but a lot of time we don't really get a definition of it. So let's kick this off with the basic, right? What even is resilience? Psychologically speaking, resilience is our ability to adapt well into the face of adversity, trauma, or stress. It is not about ignoring pain, it is about how quickly and constructively we can respond to it. Now, here's the myth. Okay, this is popular. Okay, people think resilient folks are fearless or emotionless. Nope, they feel everything, but they are. But you see, they have developed tools to regulate their reaction and move forward. That's the magic. Now, many of us are very resilient, but we struggle to regulate our reaction and we struggle to move forward. And that is a problem, right? So, allow me to share a quick backstory, not a quick story. Two people loses their job. One spirals, the other rebuilds. The difference: one saw the job as the identity, the other saw it as a role. When we separate who we are from what we do, resilience has room to grow. It really does. Now, it is so hard when you do something so long that you actually it becomes a part of you. But I mean, you guys, I have to remind you guys because I have to remind myself all the time. Do not be married to a job. Do not put your identity and your self worth into a job, especially if that job is not yours. You don't own the business. You don't have any stake in the business. Don't do that. Okay. Because when you leave, which you will, everybody does, how are you going to recover? Many people don't know how to rebuild from that. So I'm going to give you guys 5 tools to rebuild the resilience. Okay. And that first tool is I want you guys to try to reframe the narrative. Simply, you cannot control everything, but you can control your perspective. Reframing turns why this happens to me into what can this teach me? Quick tip: keep a reframing journal where you can write down tough moments and your new interpretation of them. Number 2, self-awareness and emotional agility. Name it to tame it. You want to recognize your emotional patterns. Are you catastrophizing? avoiding being overly critical, especially of yourself. If this is something you do a lot, let's exercise. Let's try the RAIN method. Okay. And RAIN stands for recognize, allow, investigate, and nurture. Okay. That's what you got to do. Now, number three, macro wins and forward momentum. When you feel defeated, focus on what you can do. You can't fix everything today. That's okay. Wash the dishes, take a walk, respond to email. Progress is power. Okay. And I'm telling you guys, one of the biggest thing I can tell you to do is when you feel like nothing is working, you feel defeated, help somebody, do anything. Do what you already been doing because it's better than nothing at all. Okay. And the best way to do that is you need to get outside and get helping someone. It don't matter. Walk the street, check out that groceries, carry that cart. Anything is progress. Now, there's your challenge right now. What is one macro win you can accomplish today? That's your challenge for today. What is one thing you guys can do today? Okay, it's going to be a small macro win. Okay, you're not going to say the word today. So for me, I already went. I already woke up at 4:30. I already did my morning workout. I took my medication. That's my win. Okay, another win. I'm actually out here producing this content. So that's a win again. Okay, these are small macro win, and it adds up, and it matters. So number four, I want you guys to build a resilience ritual. Build a resilience ritual. Create routine that ground you, like morning journaling, evening walks, mindfulness apps. You can use BetterHelp. You can use Headspace. Just all, you know, Headspace is a good one to use. Okay. Find a ritual that reminds you daily that you are in control of how you showed up. Okay. Now, let me tell you guys. When I talk about resilience ritual, I want it to be your rituals. Okay. I want it to be yours. I want it to be something you can be proud of, that you can be able to accomplish daily. Don't try to be fancy. Don't go online and look for things to be fancy about. No, 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 no. I need you to find something you can do, something that's manageable, something that you is within your power. Okay. And it needs to be something you do all the time because it needs to be a routine task that is consistently designed to empower you and to push you forward. Okay. I told you guys you can use like apps like Headspace, but you can also use Insight Timer, or you can use a gratitude tracker. Okay, you can. Now, number five, the power of connections. Isolation kills resiliency. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Isolation kills resilience. Vulnerability builds it. Call a friend. Find a therapist like myself. I'm a licensed therapist. That's what I do. Join the community, either in person or online. Now, I prefer in person because there's nothing beat looking somebody in the face. Healings happens in connection. I need you guys to go outside and touch grass. Find somebody, befriend somebody. I know it's one of the hardest things to do nowadays, but it's something we have to get comfortable doing. Okay. Also, text someone right now and just say, thinking of you. Watch the ripple effect. See, I'm gonna do it too. Okay. Just thinking of you, how you're doing, how's everything going. That's all you gotta say. You don't gotta be fancy. You don't gotta be everything. Okay. And let's see. You just go ahead and knock it out, and then check on yourself to see how you're doing, how you're feeling, right? And then you can actually go ahead and think about another thing right now. Let me give you guys another story, okay, about another client, about somebody that I ran into and I know. Okay, her name is Maya. She, after surviving a toxic breakup and a job loss in the same month, she actually created a 30-day resilience plan. She focused on one thing a day: meal prep, yoga, therapy, or journaling. You know, that's what she did, 30 days. And now she runs a blog helping others overcome rock bottom moments. She says, I didn't bounce back, I bounced forward. Okay. And that's actually something we can all do. Okay. That's something we can all do. And that is something I encourage you guys to do consistently. Okay. It's nothing like creating a plan, like a 30-day resilience plan that you can follow through, you can complete. And healing is not linear. So you don't be afraid to have to go back and start again. And that's where that connection, happens. Okay, that's where that connection matters too, because you can go and connect with somebody, and they can be your accountability buddies. They can help you move forward, and they can help you improve on what you're doing and support you through this all. Okay, now I want to slow down a bit. I want to walk you guys through a 3 minute resilience reset. Okay, just listen to my voice. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Pictures, pictures the hardest moment you have survived. Now say to yourself, I am still here. I am stronger now. I will grow through this. Inhale confidence. Exhale fear. Now, I want you guys to do that for about 3 minutes. Okay. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. You're gonna feel something. Okay. Now, let me go through it one more time. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, and I want you to picture the hardest moment you have ever survived. Now, say to yourself, I am still here. I am stronger now. I will grow through this. Inhale confidence, exhale your fear. So, every time I do something like this, I go live and I do a podcast or everything. I like to make sure everybody leave with something. Okay. Because it needs to be action, but it needs to be something you can do now. That's just the whole plan. That's the whole purpose. That's why I'm here for. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys, okay, your 5 step resilience action plan. Follow this and you will be surprised how well you feel. Okay. Now, the first one, journal daily to reframe challenges. Journal daily. I want you to write down the challenges that happens this day, today, that happen any day. And then underneath each of the challenges, I want you to reframe it because we need to build resilience. We need to reframe our thoughts so our brain and our mind, thus our subconscious, don't save the negative. So reframe it so it can work for you. Okay. Because a lot of times the work that is happening in us, that's all around us, is working for us. But when we don't reframe it, we see the negative against us instead of the negative for us that is building resilience. So I need you to reframe that. Okay. Now I want you to also build a micro routine that grounds you. Like me. Wake up in the morning, 4:30, go to the gym, come back, shower. Okay, if I don't need to go to work or if I go to work, I check my emails, I get dressed. During school, I get my kids dressed. I help my wife get my kids dressed. When I have time, I even might take my daughters to school. That's my routine. Then I go to work. That's my micro routine. Yeah, I do that Monday through Friday. Saturday it's a little different because we tend to sleep in a little bit more. Okay. Then I want you to go ahead and check in with your emotions. Label them without judgment. Okay. Whatever you feel, label it. Okay. Remember, that's why we have the journal. Put it down. Label them without judgment. Do not judge yourself. Do not find yourself weak because you are scared. Do not find yourself and pathetic because you're a warrior or anxiety. Don't put any other negative, okay, on those emotions. Just write them down. When you're scared, just put scared. Okay. When you're tired, put tired. When you're regretful, put down regretful. When you're angry, put down angry. Don't judge it. Just write it so you can visually see. And then this is a big one, okay, guys. I want you to celebrate the micro wins each day. Each day, I want you to celebrate the little things you did on your own, following your plan. Don't care what anybody else say or do. I want you to be happy when you accomplish a task. I woke up this morning, 4:30. I went to the gym. I got my workout in. I got my shower, and then I'm working on my content. Okay, this is my win. This is my win. Everything else can go bad today, so to say. I already won, and I'm celebrating. Okay, I'm celebrating, and I love it. Okay, so to go ahead and celebrate your micro win each day. This one is hard for me. The next one is hard for me, but I want you to go ahead and strengthen your support circle. Don't go it alone. You don't have to do this alone. There are thousands of people, millions of people, just like you and me, going through the struggle. We are going through the struggle together. We might be separate apart, but we are going through the struggle, and I want you guys to know that. Strengthen your support circle. Let people in, especially the people that want to be in. Okay, let them in. Let them in. Okay, give them give them a reason for you to not trust them. If they never give you a reason to not trust them, then you need to trust them and share. Okay, if you don't want to do that with your close circle, find a therapist like me and talk to them. Okay, and I want you guys to remember, resilience isn't about being unbreakable. No, because we all break. Sometimes we break and it takes longer to rebuild. But it is about choosing to rebuild again and again. That's what resilience is. Okay. You want to get up, you want to keep going over and over again. Okay. And guys, I'm telling you, this is gonna be one of those things where whether you like it or not, we as people are gonna go through trial and tribulation. We're gonna go through hardship. Okay. There are only two things people are gonna do. You either go and go give up, quit, and tell yourself and go, whoa, me, how bad this is, or you're going to stand up and you're going to look at the challenge you face and you're going to tell yourself, life happens for me, not to me. The works that is happening around you and in you, okay, all works work. It's either working for you or it's working in you, but either way, it is working. Okay, there are nothing that happens to you that is useless or is not that does not serve a purpose. But the purpose it serves has to come from you. You have to reframe it. You have to take ownership. You got to own it. Okay. And you know what? And practice your resilience. I'm doing that right now. No matter what is happening right now, no matter the trouble, the pain, the suffering that I'm going through, right now as I'm speaking to you guys, I am reframing, I am improving, I'm building my wall to be resilient. So when the next phone call comes and the next message comes and the next email comes to tell me about my bills being overdue, that my job I'm not starting yet, all of this, I will be better prepared because of what I'm doing right now. And I want you guys to take that to the bank because you can. Okay. And it's hard. Okay. It's hard and I understand. Okay. But I want you guys to remember the tools. Okay. I want you guys to remember the tools as you do your challenge. Okay. Reframing the narrative. Okay. Self awareness and emotional agility. Micro wins and forward momentum. Remember, that's what we need to do. Building your resilience rituals and the power of connection. Those are the five tools I've given you. Okay. I need you guys to use it. Start where you at. You don't need to go far. You don't need to start all over. You don't need to be fancy. Just start where you at. And if this episode resonated, share it with someone going through a tough time. Leave a review and subscribe for a weekly episode where we I'm going to continue to unpack life, growth, and a messy in between. All right, guys, that's what the detox department is all about on my YouTube channel. It's taking all the noise from resiliency and just packaging it. Okay, taking take all the clutter out, bring all the good in. That's what we're doing. Okay, thanks for joining me on today's episode. Keep going. You are doing better than you think. I'm doing better than I think. My wife tell me that all the time. Okay, I'm I believe and I pray that God can help my unbelief, that I can make it one day. I to take it one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, and you can do the same. Okay. Until next time, I want you guys to breathe, believe, and bounce back. Okay. I will see you guys again.